Sigge. Sigge. What's that? Disco? Yeah. We sing at the hotel? No?
No, we were at the Holiday Inn.
Oh, okay. We had a party at our hotel last night.
What?
We had a great party, yeah. A lot of disco.
Er det gjerne en, eller?
Jo, jeg ser hvor det ligger. Det er greit.
Den var akkurat inntil sentralen der, halv på halv. Husk det feil. Jeg tester med andre her nå. Det etterste, så er det bare riset.
Der. Ja, tilfellet, men hva er det jævlig mye der nå på dragning?
Hæ?
Hva er det jævlig mye pinner nå? Bare er jo rev, da. Ja. På dragning, altså.
Ja. Tar du den, Markus? Jeg stopper den. Det er greit, da.
Jeg tar det.
Good keep. Good. Did he just watch that?
Eh?
Did he watch that? Did he?
Must have done that.
Oh, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, viewing from here in Scotland, around the world. Welcome back to the Dewar Centre here in Perth for this afternoon's final of the
One shy.
2017 Mercure City of Perth Masters. I'm David Hay, and I'm joined this afternoon in the commentary box by Rob Niven, and we'll be bringing you live coverage of this game this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks, Dave. We've seen two terrific semi-finals this morning. One game which had great dynamics was the All-Norwegian clash, which Stefan Walstad's come through against almost the hero of Norwegian curling, Thomas Ulsrud. It was a really tight game with Tom Brewster coming through the last shot against Alexander Baumann. Two fantastic games of curling, really high quality stuff.
Tom Brewster was one of the favourites for the event at the start of the weekend on Thursday, whereas Stefan and his team from Oslo were a highly rated team, having had an exceptionally good season, qualified in all but one event they've played in, and whilst they were one of the top teams, they perhaps weren't one of the favoured teams to make the last day, but it's who plays well on the week, and this week they've been absolutely outstanding. Some great wins and some great shot making.
Yeah, I think it's a really exciting dynamic. We've got the experienced team of Brewster, who's obviously, certainly himself and Glenn played multiple Worlds and Europeans, but the whole team is experienced all over the Curling Champions Tour. And Stefan Walstad and Marcus Højberg, although experienced, they've never played at the top level that Brewster has. But it's one against one. It's a classic head-to-head.
Tom Brewster has the hammer at the first end, having qualified through the B road of the competition, whereas Stefan Walstad's team came through the C road, which was the last chance to get a playoff spot.
Yeah, it's interesting. The time on the ice is really interesting. That sometimes here we had two A road winners, and both of them fell in the semis. And the teams that have spent more time on the ice have benefited from that ice time. So, whichever road you make, it doesn't make an awful lot of difference if you're in the final.
Hammy McMillan lead for Team Brewster, making an out-turn draw, trying to get top of the 8 foot.
Yeah, long guard to start with from Team Walstad. I'm sure he would want that closer. But this is big swingy ice here today, Dave, and actually you could come around that guard on either hand and get to the one on the button. So,
yeah, Paul Martin and his ice crew have done a fantastic job as ice technicians here in Perth, giving us fast. The ice running about 15 seconds hog to hog during the week, and moving about 2 metres on the draw shots. So it's been a great surface for the top teams world to play on. 32 teams started off here on Thursday afternoon, and now we're down to 2, coming from 13 different nations around the world. So in a great international field.
yeah, just a wee bit hot there. Alexander Lindstrom just on the out-turn. Really crispy at the start. They've freshly cut the ice, so it's going to glide on for the first few ends. It'll be pretty slick out there and swinging loads once the weight comes off it. Been a challenge for Paul Martin and his team. It's been quite mild this morning, 8 degrees outside, so they've had to work hard. Long hours yesterday, 16, 17-hour day for the Icemen. So terrific to produce a surface like this that they're playing on. Fine shot from Hammy coming up here.
Yep, Team Brewster allowed 2 shots after 4 stones played. Walstad won't be too worried, they're all behind the tee line. He has no real problems at this stage for him.
Yeah, he's got his centre guard up, so he's got plenty of cover. Maybe a bit long, but he's still got something to hide behind. Magnus Nedergaard's first shot. Out-turn tap, he lies shot after that, but just rolls out to the side. Yeah, these shots are absolutely weight critical. When they throw the big weight and put a positive handle on. They can run straight, and you've seen a lot of the teams playing the downweight shots, and it's great to see because it gives the team so much control. Sweepers come into play, and we've seen some real skilled tap backs and in-wicks this week. Yeah, I think that's a real function of the way Team Brewster's done so well this week. It's something I hadn't really noticed earlier on in the season, especially when they played the Europeans at Braehead. They were playing a bigger strike weight than that and often losing half stones, but they've made a positive move to play down weights on their hits, and it's really helped them this week.
It's Norway looking to hit the winger here and roll back into the centre line or try and get on top of the red Brewster stone at the back of the house. A little bit wide. Brewster well set up just now for his opportunity to score 2 at the first end. Has the hammer. 8-10 game. It gives you a huge start if you can score 2 on the opening end.
Oh, it really does, Dave, and they'll be working this hard just to keep them apart, keep them split, keep this red stone out in the wing here, make it as hard as possible for Walstad to try and lift a double.
Just gonna rolls out no more. Yep.
Yeah.
What Tom said, he expected to move a bit more. He held up. He was trying to keep as much distance between the 2 red stones as possible. Comes down, makes contact, and just spills out to the left edge of the house there. No more.
Just trying to be too precise.
Norwegian boys working hard to keep it straight here. Stone's curling.
That's curling big on that handle. Yeah, he's just pieced it.
Wow. Marcus Hoiberg saying sorry to his opponents there. Wasn't quite what he was after. Tom's decided that he wants to open the front up, doesn't want to take any chances at the opening end. Looking to blank then now and retain the last stone for the second end. Try and score a multiple point.
Yeah, I think the chance for the 2 is really an outside hope now, so there's no point taking any risk in giving away a soft force at the first. So happy just to open it all up, rack them up again and go for the 2 at the even ends. Good peel.
Marcus Hoiberg, 25-year-old business student from Oslo. Throws his second stone.
I think Marcus will be the most experienced in the team, Dave. He's probably seen the highest level of world curling of the foursome. He'll add a lot to the team just in terms of knowledge and experience. Maybe not in draw weight though.
I did hear the boys saying the microphones during the practice that the ice was slightly quicker just now. And the reason for that is there's a little bit warmer here today in Perth. We're up to about 7-8 degrees today. And they're pulling in some warmer air into the building, which means that the top of the pebble gets a little softer a bit quicker and allows the stone to glide over the pebble a bit quicker.
Yeah, really hard for the ice staff. There's more and more spectators turning up. The doors are coming in and out, and it's really difficult and challenging, but they've produced a terrific surface. I mean, the players are really pleased. It's allowing them to play attacking curling, and here you see from this shot here, Tom Brewster playing a freeze to as wide to the point of the curling as you of the ice rink as you can, and it's great precision stuff.
Stefan Walstad's first of his 2 shots at the first end, just clears the red one out. Tom will have another go probably, try and draw down to that and hopefully catch 3/4 of it and just bite the house and no more and locked onto the red one.
Yeah, Stefan took no chances, did he? He made sure he was on the right side for no jam.
Whatever you do, don't leave it side by side or don't take.
Is that enough, Tom?
Oh, aye. No, I gave you centre.
Is it too much then, maybe?
Tom was just saying to the sweepers there to be particular about the placement of this stone. He doesn't want it to sit alongside it so that Norway can hit it and check onto the red one and use that as a backing for their own shot.
Yeah, whilst this is an outside chance for a 2, he certainly doesn't want to give away an easy force. They've dominated this end, played it pretty clinically, so This is just an outside chance of a 2. They expect a mistake. It's the only way they're getting a 2. So
No, just get it there.
certainly don't want to give away a force.
Top 8. Top 8. Whoa, whoa.
Great weight control.
Whoa.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not going to be able to lock onto that. He'll just
Det ligger litt over.
he can take it on it.
Kjapp ut, så ligger det halvveis.
Yeah, it's deep enough that you can't get the hit and check and freeze on top of it. So safe enough. Good attempt. And that the wide red's just in his eye line. It might just create a problem.
Rent.
So Stefan Walstad, the 27-year-old journalist from Oslo.
Hard.
Hits and peels, and that will give Tom Brewster a very easy routine throw through the house, and he'll retain the last stone for the second end.
Yeah, just sizing each other out a bit there, just playing a simple game. Nobody taking too many chances. Slight advantage to Brewster maybe. All square.
Tom had the chance, he had a chance to score his 2. Ross Patterson's shot just a little wide, or misjudged it and hit and rolled out in the high side earlier on the end. Both teams just getting a feel for the speed of the ice. It changes a little bit from game to game, fractionally from one point in the day to the other, depending on the humidity in the building and the type of pebble. But
No, pretty solid end.
Brewster had a very strong year this year. Robbie's pretty much been in the form team of Scottish curling domestically. He's managed to win the qualifications representing Scotland in Glasgow last month at the European Championship, where he ended up a disappointing 6th place for him, but they've followed that week for a tremendous win out in Karazawa in Japan. They won the Curling Champions Tour event out there when they beat their national rival Dave Murdoch's team 4-3 in the final.
Yeah, they had a quieter start to the season. They qualified for 2 of the Champions Tour quarterfinals, but really it's the second half of the season they've come on fire. I mean, since Japan, unbeaten there, they won their last game in the Europeans, and they've only lost 1 game in 8 this weekend, so really they're about 1 defeat in 18. It's a pretty impressive stat. So they're really comfortable. They've changed the way they set the game up since the Europeans, and it's what they've changed has come to fruition, because it's really made a difference for them.
Great lead stone there from Alex Lindstrom. Gets it biting the centre line. They want to play in the middle. Brewster wants to play out to the wings. And it's the right distance from the house to allow cover when they draw behind it.
Yeah, that's the crucial thing there, David. They've got closer to the ring, so it's forced Brewster to go with the corner guard. We saw at the first end when there was a long guard, Brewster came round it, whereas this time he doesn't want to come round that. It's too good where it is, so he's going corner, he's going for the 2. Maybe just because it's the even end, he's fancying the 2 a bit more aggressively.
Sit, you little carrot hammy.
Okay, not too bad. A little bit too close to the rings, perhaps a half a metre shorter would be ideal. So Walstad has his lead to draw round behind the centre guard. Guy's working it hard for weight. Looks like there's lots of room just now.
Yeah, I think it breaks big from the hog line. If he's dead weight, that's going to go right behind the centre guard from there.
Yeah, we've seen all week, Rob, in this sheet that the out turn coming towards the home end here.
Yeah.
All the finishes at the end when you get the right weight.
Really nice swing. Look at that right behind.
Good shot. And we're being asked for the opposite hand, the in-turn rotation of the clockwise turn, which means the stone moves from left to right as it travels down the ice surface.
I think we're there, Tom. We're front of the front ring on its own.
Yeah, looks all there to me. I think they've taken this hand because at least it'll corner freeze it in a better position. You can see a piece on the out turn, so if he can get round this, they've lost that a wee bit. Yeah, I thought that was high, but it was maybe just light away.
Just the weight that allowed it to draw a bit more, a little bit lighter than he was hoping for. So in the early stages, Norway got a good setup here. They'll be looking to play an out turn draw around here.
Yeah, it's a good chance here. They've set it up well, and if he can get back round this another time, it's...
He's just trying for a guard.
He's trying for a guard, Dave. Yeah. He's now calling 2, so...
Looks a bit heavier than he was expecting.
Yeah, it's going to be a tight guard. It's actually going to bounce off the guard that's there, so... It's done its job, though. Bit close, maybe, and gives Team Brewster the chance to lift them both.
Can lift both these and put another corner guard up at the other side.
Yeah.
Thin half.
Be disappointed with the result. That wasn't what he was after.
No. Ross Patterson's still going to make this, though, and Norway's still looking good for a force if they can cover that one up again. Yeah, good shot. They were trying to avoid that corner one. Yeah.
Eventuelt senterlandssida.
I think Tom was trying to avoid that one. He was saying it's okay that it's moved it, but I think he would have quite liked left where it was.
And the reason being that if Norway didn't get a perfect guard on it, it would give them a chance to move the yellow from the top of the 8-foot circle and roll behind the 2 reds in the corner. Now he's only got 1 red that's really covering. Actually, the second one is still hanging around. The Norwegian sweepers just trying to get the weight right and the line right to cover their stone that's in the rings.
Yeah, they're trying to really move this stone across, keep the swing going as long as they can. I think that's just too short. It's not done enough. Might have to change the handle, but there's a shot on there for the hit and roll.
What weight do you like? Barrier?
Barrier. Yeah.
Eh? Oh, 6 and 2 3s. That way might be easier. I don't know.
I think that's a better shot.
Barrier?
Surely it's easier under the right yellow.
Well, rolling to the left behind the reds, Rob, is the ideal shot, but it's a long way to
It's
roll
further
to
to
be
go.
accurate. Hitting and checking behind the yellow at this stage is probably the easier option.
Well,
I'm just
no,
thinking...
I mean, you can do that if you like. If you're doing that, it's hack.
I like it.
Hack.
I'm thinking Tom is trying to take the initiative away from the centre ground here and trying to get more out towards the wing. If it doesn't quite make it, still leaving Walstad the chance to follow.
Yep.
On it straight away.
Whoa.
It's not bad for line.
No, nothing.
I think he's going across the house, isn't he? Yeah, caught in between.
My fault. I just went early.
On to the hack.
Okay, hacked up.
Yeah, well, you heard there. It was a good throw from Ross Patterson, and maybe they killed it by sweeping it too early. Just it drew nicely. See what Hauber can do. He certainly started it higher as well.
Whoa.
That might end up behind the corner guard this time. Yeah, it drew. Good weight control.
Keen to keep the game in the middle. Doesn't want to let it slip behind the corners.
Nose is not disaster here. I said nose is not bad here. Because the head of the stone will be out the rings.
Glenn Muirhead, 27-year-old farmer and part-time curler. Although certain times of the year, such as now, he's probably nearly a full-time curler, but played a great season for Glenn, played really well.
Whoa, right off.
Oof. Yeah, big bounce at the end. That really caught him out. Even though they know it's going to curl, they can't quite believe it does curl as much as it does.
Sorry, Glenn.
It's the finish at the end, Rob. When these stones are coming down at the perfect weight, in the last 2 to 3 metres, they move a long way. It's when they play the up weight, the peels and the hits, they run relatively straight.
Yeah.
But it's the way they finish with these control weights, and that's where your teams like Thomas Ulsrud and the top players have total control over the stones.
It's good where it is, though. It's fine. It's behind the corner guard. It's making them play on the guard. If he only halves this off, Brewster can get round the corner guard on the other side. straight shot.
Just didn't quite nail it.
Yeah.
Right, there was a fraction out of the judgment there. You'd like to have left it lined up.
Split our own one, Tom.
We possibly could. It's pretty difficult. Probably need to come off this turn. See that? You just go top 8 here.
What do you think, boys? Top 8.
I think it's easier shot.
I think it's easier, and I think if he goes for the tap up, there's a risk that Marcus Walstad might just come round it himself. So come round it first yourself.
Looks hot.
I think we're all there.
No, it's got to be top rings.
Good,
Whoa,
good
whoa,
communication
left.
amongst the players. They're talking to each other about the speed of the stone and the release.
Don't touch. Don't touch. Don't touch. No, Hammy.
It needs
Let
to
it
grip.
grip.
Needs
Let
to
it
grip.
grip here.
It's going to grip though, I think. I think
They're
he's pretty
worried
good.
if it goes too far, they're always going to come out
Yeah.
the other side. That's the problem they've got. It's not that sure where it's going to finish. You
Yep.
see that, the swing at the end?
Over curled.
It did grip.
Ja, we rullen bak hit.
Norway will get a chance on the in turn to play the tap back.
Ja, det er 11-5, er det ikke?
Jo. Det er jevn og fin køl så lenge selen i gang.
You can't see a lot. That's great angle there. Can't see an awful lot of stone, but they're confident that at tap back weight, back line hack weight almost, they'll come round that centre guard and come onto the nose.
When a curl nice, Rob, it's possible to come round here, tap this and
sit right on the nose, yeah.
get right in behind the guard. All depends on his line and weight. Sweeping to keep it straight at the moment. Take as tight as possible this guard to get past. Now the other two are trying to push it across, hits it and going to check and roll behind and stay. Nice shot, well
Yeah,
played.
it's not bad.
11-5.
Glenn suggesting that
It's
they can either
or you jam it and roll in.
come in behind or run the red back and try and check
Yeah.
across, or just go back where it was. And
What's your gut? If we go a nice one top it, he's running, but I mean, that's all right.
Yeah. Here. Here. Right side by side.
We go here, he's going here.
Well, we go here first.
That's the other thing. I think this is right. I think we're right. Same as me, eh?
Yep.
yeah, I agree with Glenn. That's the
Yeah, we discussed that at the last shot. It's the same strategy.
it's the safer call. The other way, you're going a bit gun ho. You get that wrong, you're facing a couple of your last. And as Glenn said, if Tom had come round and drawn to the yellow at the right of the screen to look at it, then the Norwegian boys ignore it and come round the centre.
And it's quite a hard draw. Coming round that corner guard is difficult with the way the centre guards sit in. You're coming off the centre line with big swings. So this is the easier shot. Percentage call from Team Brewster.
Line's good. Top 8, guys.
Line's good. Line's working now.
Boys are happy with the weight. It's all about
Yes!
the finishing the stone here, the line.
Way on late. Hammy.
Got to go a bit now for weight.
Come on. Full. It's got to be fully in, Hammy. Push. Good sweep, guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
they worked that really hard, didn't they?
Excellent sweep.
Very well swept.
It's there by an inch.
He's made it. He's lying first shot. Norway can't take out. They can't see it, so they're going to elect to come round the yellow guard and round the red on top of the house to try and lie in the centre. First pressure shot of the game for Stefan Walstad. He's had freebies up to now, but this one matters. One mistake here, he could lose a 2. Makes it right. He's a possibility of either forcing one or stealing one. Stefan Walstad and his team are heading to the World University Games in 2 weeks' time in Kazakhstan. And will start as one of the favourites.
Oh, for sure. They'll be a hard team to beat.
Har litt plass foreløpig. Rent. Linja nære.
Super thinks there's plenty of weight just now.
Linja bra. Rent for de.
Great line.
All depends about the swing from here on in. It's curling a lot. Coming out the other side, Rob.
Yeah.
That was the problem, just the 2 meters too much weight, and it just drew right out the other side.
Yeah, just the way they did it, the line was perfect. If they could have just been top 4 rather than back 8, then it would have been hard to move. So
I was speaking to Stefan and the boys before the game, and they were saying that it's taking quite a lot of adaptation for them to change this sort of ice.
If that.
At their home club in Norway, the ice is relatively straight by comparison. And they have to get very close to the guards to get cover and hide, whereas on this ice here, you have to pass the guards by a couple of feet to try and stay hidden once they come into the house.
yeah, that was the classic exhibition of that. The boys here, Tom Brewster and Glenn Muirhead, have a lot of experience playing on this ice. They're used to this Perth ice here, and they know how consistent it can be.
Sounds good. Just keeping it clean coming down the ice.
Here it comes. Yep. Yes.
Big finish in his outturn hand, as said. He's got nice tap back weight.
Clean.
Yeah, great shot. Very well played. A real team effort, that too. Boys swept this first stone exceptionally hard to get into the house, and it was well worth the effort. And Norwegian boys had a good enough shot, but it just 2 meters too heavy. Drew into the open and gave Tom Brewster, an easy tap back for 2.
Yeah, they worked that too well right from start to finish. They got their corner guard up straight away, made full use of it. Once the corner guard was exhausted, they weren't scared to come around the centre guard. So, yeah, like you say, Dave, a perfect team effort. The front end have had a great competition. They've thrown good weights, but also they've swept like bulls at the front. So
see the line that's coming on there. It just shaves the top guard, and it's too close to it, Rob. It's got to pass that by 6-8 inches. And when it draws in after that, of all the draws that finish, and we can see Tom's shot coming down here. Ross just keeping it clean, really, so no debris gets in front of it. Perfect weight, hits it right in the nose. Never any danger, and a really good start for Team Brewster.
yeah, you saw it was a nose hit and it looked comfortable, but those boys never left it. Right the way up, down to the tee line, they were on top of it.
Lines are here narrow. Glenn.
The Dewar Centre here in Perth, the host venue for the Perth Masters, has been very good to Team Brewster the last little while, and even through history. Tom won the World Junior Championships here for Scotland a number of years ago, and he's won the last 2 European representation events, the qualifiers, and the Scottish Championship last year, so he's had must be amongst his favourites.
Yeah, a wee bit change of strategy there. He was a hair inside his out turn, so they build it to try and get it into the rings. I think the initial call was to have it 2.5, so just a couple of feet short, and it over curled on them certainly. So they've gone for the rings. Glenn had to suit that all the way.
Yeah, Alexander a bit light there, short of weight.
Short.
Had to be another 3 metres up to closer to the house. It's not really doing much effect in the game. You can hide completely behind that and play a barrier hack weight and take any stone out. So we chance for Hammy McMillan to play a tap up here or draw around it.
Just wait, Ross. Just wait. Yep.
Yeah, just needing it all.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Round it. Whoa, whoa. Okay. That's okay. Just light.
Last couple of games we watched Hammy playing, he's been playing exceptionally well. Wasn't his best 2 shots there, so now we have an opportunity to put another corner guard up, because the first one really is not good enough to go into the house behind.
Yeah, they're going to try and use that first one as a guard for this guard, so they'll try and get around it and try and get something in. That's deeper this time. That might actually be in the house.
Yep.
It's not daft there.
I think you can get to that on the out turn. Oh, hack's good.
Ross Patterson saying
You like
half
that?
of the
Yep.
yellow stone in the house. Tom's asking for a hack weight, which means if there's no stones in the way, the played stone should reach
No.
the hack which the players use to
I
drive
got
out of
Mars.
for their delivery.
Whoa, we're out there. Yep. Hard!
They should be able to hold that one out there.
Really hard! Really hard! Go, go, go!
Oh, he's working all the way down.
Oh,
Just
right.
catches the guard and rolls it across.
Okay, Ross.
Not a disaster for them. Unfortunately, he's left a corner guard for Norway to use, but
Yeah, and they're straight onto it. That must have just curled, Dave, because they were saying it was a good throw, Ross. So some of those ones out there, they were, once you lifted the weight, they were staying straighter. But obviously that's curl, just that hack weight, still go at that.
I think a lot of it's due to the release. The guys that have a good release, the ice is drawing, curling all the way across. It depends on the angle of your release and the way you let the stones go.
Hi, guard. This is my ship.
Yep, Alex.
Better very hot.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. Nope.
Hit that one and roll in, eh?
Yeah, I think it's just line one yellow, so
Just inside nose is good.
Tom Aston for the hit to
Normal.
the left of centre as we look at it and roll in behind the two
Yeah, you're
reds.
hitting the reds. You probably push this one out of the ring, so you don't want to hit them. Nose is good.
yeah, the other thing the nose hit does is
I like normal about
stops the
here,
track round that
Okay, good throw.
corner guard as well. So it's doing two things if you can get this right.
Yep. All the way. Let it go. Go hard. Okay, Ross.
Good finish.
Yeah, it's okay where it is.
The one thing in Norway's favour is that the stones roll stagger, but they won't
Yeah.
want the centre blocked up when they have the hammer like that. Want to open up.
Yeah, I think he's too many out front. If he was to ignore them again, I think he'll be happier seeing two disappear and maybe even bring the corner one back into play because it's only line third shot at the moment. This might bring it in for second.
Good result. Pushes all the reds to one side. Yellows lie two. Today's coverage of the final is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour in association with Lugger, Switzerland. The Mercure City of Perth Masters 2017 is sponsored by the Mercure Perth Hotel
Normal.
with supporting sponsorship from Perth and Ross Council, Live Active Leisure, our host venue, and Perth Honda. Really great to have all these guys backing us.
Yep. All the way.
The event's not possible without
Hard, guys.
the support of all the
For peace.
local sponsors.
You're all right.
Come on, Ross.
Yep, just a little bit tight there from Glenn. They're sweeping the minute you let it go.
Drar oss tillbaka.
Yeah, even at that weight, they're curling a lot, so he could have done with hitting and sticking, really. Suddenly, from being lying in a great position, the team Walstad have suddenly turned this end around. Split the house to lie two.
Marcus Hoiberg want to play a pretty straightforward tee-high draw here if he can. Keep his yellows apart.
8-9 är fint där.
Yeah, trying to get it sort of back quarter.
Yep.
Not
Yep,
wanting
yep,
to leave
yep,
it
yep.
too high.
The reason for that being that if it's too high and Glenn will get a chance to hit and roll in behind again, which they have done, that's too far short. And
Yeah.
Tom will hit that and try and roll behind the red and yellow stones
Yep.
for some protection.
He had a marker with his first. Taking a touch more ice, maybe. Glenn will make sure he's right on this time.
Oh, he's reduced the weight a bit, taking more ice, reduce the weight, try and get more control
go,
over the
guys.
stone.
Oh, gotta go. Gotta go hard.
It's moving more than we think.
Is that a normal? You bit shy. Eh?
Tom just checking on the weights, or what weight Glenn had thrown. I think the weight was okay. I think it's just moving a little bit more than it had been during the week.
Yeah.
Previously outside the weather was colder, we're bringing in cold air. Now there's a bit warmer. Pebbles a little bit softer, stones are getting more grip and they're swinging just that extra 20-30 centimetres more at draw weight.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely what's happened. He threw a good weight there. There was nothing wrong. He was on the brush. It just curled more, which is good for us. We're going to see some nice attacking curling on swingy ice.
Marcus Hoiberg's trying to draw around his own yellow corner guard here.
Great line. Look at this go now. Oof, just a rub. Kind of just misjudged it a wee bit, but
I think that saved him, Rob.
I think if he straightened it off, yeah.
If he got past it, it was coming back out into the open again.
So we hold the shooter in here. Second.
Yeah.
Eh? Half stone, is it?
I think they have to.
Tom and Glenn looking to half the yellow stone, drive yellow onto yellow, and
Exactly. You like that?
Straight onto here.
Mm.
I think so, Tom. Is half stone enough? Is half stone maybe too much?
Thinner, eh?
I think so. I mean, to jam that, it's quite thin. You're probably talking about a third rock, I think.
Yep, agree.
yep, I think Glenn's absolutely right.
Yeah, and I think if they get that, it'll hold the shooter. So they're going to be left with a red in play that might force Hoiberg to chase that one if they're line shot after this. Taking the initiative away from the corner guard anyway.
Just half an inch.
Tom Brewster, the 42-year-old from Aberdeen. Curling a massive part of his life. He's the ice rink manager in Aberdeen.
That way it works.
Well, that was a little bit of a bonus ball. That wasn't the way he was hoping for it, but it was a little bit thin and did the job.
Yeah, he called it halfway down. He realised that it was on the high side. He asked for that extra little bit of ice when he was sitting on the hack, which is often a mistake, but he did call it. He said, look, plan B, go over the top.
Never touched by the sweepers all the way down. Comes off the line nicely at the end. 1, 2, and they all roll out.
Yeah, the difference with doing it that way, it wasn't the way they were trying to do it because it didn't hold the shooter in play, and it's given Team Walstad the chance to come around the corner guard again, and we saw how much it swings off the centre line, so still the chance there for the two.
Yep.
Norwegian boys having to work this one hard.
Yep. Hard. Come in. Yep. Hard.
I think they were giving up for weight. Yep, it's not quite going to make the distance this time. That's not a great result because if Tom gets in behind that, these are half checked. He can't play run back and it would force the one.
Yeah.
Or he goes the other way and comes in behind, he forces. So the whole idea of the game basically is when you've got last stone, you're trying to score a multiple score. When you don't have last stone, you try and force the one so you can get the hammer back again, which is the last stone at the next end.
Stone half's all right, eh?
Yeah, so going, it looks academic whether he goes round the red or the yellow, but I suspect if he can get round the red and force them to follow him perhaps, you never know, he might pop the red in. Wherever he puts it, he's hoping for the force now, so just to get one to at least 8 foot, force him to draw. You can afford to be deep here. Being back quarter is not wrong as long as he's hidden.
Okay then. Go hard.
Doesn't want to give him an easy blank.
We're close. Yep. Yes, line. Line. Yes, line.
Starting to finish
Oh,
big. Once
yeah.
it crosses that line, it's going to
Ross
pull
now.
heavily.
Room. Ross now, go as deep as you can.
Only if you need to. Only
Come
if you
on,
need to.
push.
Wants to get this
Come on,
hidden.
Ross, it's good.
Doesn't want to give Norway a chance of blank in the end.
Go.
Looks a nice shot.
Yeah, it should be right behind the guard, I would have thought, and indeed it is. So too risky for them to attempt a blank. They're going to have to draw the 4 feet.
Yep, fully into the 8 foot. Rob gives them the one that they're after.
Good force, good end of curling actually, because we saw everything come into play there. Walstad looked good for his 2 for a while, and Brewster's turned it around.
Tom and the boys are a really solid team now. They've started off the first couple of years together, had a few good results and a few wayward results, but they're becoming very consistent now, and I see a big difference in the two players, in my view, that have really come to the table. Is Hammy McMillan, second ends up well for them, and Glenn in particular is playing the downweight shots very well. He's got a good rapport with his skip Tom Brewster. They get on well together, and it shows in the results.
Yeah, I think the Glenn and Tom's relationship is really strong. They're not scared to communicate, and they can speak their minds. They're both got their own views in curling, and you saw that after the Europeans that the communication's been terrific between them on the ice.
Yeah, and the fifth part of the equation for this team is they've got a very good coach from Toronto, Mike Harris, who's a great curler himself. Mike's still playing a bit, but he has helped these guys a lot. He's got a very good rapport with the whole team, and they've seemed to put a lot of confidence around that.
Yeah, I wonder where this drop weight on the strikes has come from. Dave alluded to earlier on the weekend. I think it's been a great feature of their game this weekend, and I wonder if Mike's brought that into their game. Just play the more controlled weight, make sure the shooter has a bigger impact than it's been having, and that's really strengthened their game.
I think also giving Tom Brewster, the skip, some confidence that with the quality of team he's got, be a bit more aggressive. Use the strength of your team. Don't be shy to go forward and play the draw game a bit more often. Tom historically often waited for his chances rather than trying to force the chances. I think now he's more inclined to force the game, and it's coming back to give him a lot more wins on the scorecard at the end of the year. So, fourth end. Norway trail by 1 and don't have last stone, so it's advantage Brewster at this stage.
Okay, nice throw.
Yeah, perfect centre guard. Hammy will want this up quite close. It's the mirror of the second end at the moment.
We're not inside the yellow. We're probably level.
Out, Ross, out. Yeah, it's
just a tad, just a bit long.
Yep. Glenn just communicating to Hammy. It's a little bit slower up the outside there, so the stone comes to rest off the slide path.
Marcus närmast.
Good chance for Alexander Lindstrom just to double guard the centre line here. He's had a free go at it, and that's a really hard shot to play for a lead. Oh, and his sweepers have let him down there.
It's a perfect shot. They just got a little bit casual there and didn't pay attention to the weight.
He's getting the big head shake from the lead when they go back up there.
Just wait. Just wait. Give it a chance. Wait's nice. Wait's nice.
Yeah, they like it this time. They're caught out on the line and the track, so Hammy's giving it a bit more.
Come on, we can't leave this short.
Good adjustment from Hammy.
Perfect shot. Had to be the top of the rings because the guard's a bit too long to go any further back.
slower, eh?
It's moving more like, and it's certainly slower. It's slower.
Vill ha 4,5-5.
Yeah, Magnus Nedragotten going to try and use the cover they've got. Looks just a bit narrow for line maybe, but because this will curl a lot.
Linja där. 4,5-5.
Shorter weight again, Rob.
Yeah.
The weight of of the ice, or the speed of the ice, can change during the games. Sometimes once, sometimes twice, sometimes alters all through the game. You've got to be consistently on top of the speed. to speak to your guy who's throwing the stone in the hack, let him know what you're thinking, and then speak to supers. Have got to communicate with each other and let the skip know what's happening with the speed as well.
Yeah, they're calling top 8 here, Dave. I wondered that they might have been ripping the centre guards off, but I think it's quite difficult the way they're sitting, because you're going to leave something up there, be it a yellow or a red, whichever way you go. So they're going to go for their 2 themselves here.
Yeah, they've got a bit of momentum going just now, but I think they want to try and press home the advantage at this stage. Another 2 here would give them a 4-1 lead and put them in a really comfortable position for the second half of the game. There's only 4 ends to go. Brewster's guys are playing well. You know, you've got that momentum. Let's use it now. It's not like they're struggling. The last end and this end, Norwegian boys have been a little bit on the back foot.
That's going to overcurl again. That's just like the stone Walstad played coming down here the last time. It's good weight though. Nah, he's not bad. That in-turn swings a lot though, doesn't it?
It does. But so does his out-turn coming back the way. It's amazing. The ice has been absolutely spectacular all week.
So he's coming on to that. You can only probably see a quarter of the stone.
Right. Rent, hold fram. Rent, wow. Pluss, tungek. Wow. Ikke rør. Rent, yep.
Interesting stage of the game, middle of the game now. How much fight do the Norwegian boys have?
Oh, really good shot.
Great shot.
Couldn't have done more than that. It's rolled a little bit out, so Tom Brewster should be able to see more than Nedregotten saw of it.
No, even if you go wide.
Yeah, that's a good call from the boys.
Ross Patterson, 32-year-old, had some very good major championship with Ross individually. He's played very well and a lot of times he's represented Scotland. But a couple of times at juniors.
Yes!
A fantastic shot, great weight control there, just hits and checks inside.
Yep.
Well, they've done right to go for it because they've come up with the goods. Still plenty of cover there. The potential force or steal still on. They've got the centre guards up. I'm not sure Walstad will be too disappointed.
Looks a little bit hotter this time, speed-wise. It's going to have to dig in. I think Robert's cruising on.
There is a big swing here. Maybe the swing will take some of the speed out of it.
It definitely will, but I'm not sure quite enough for that.
It's going to be back T anyway. Just depends how far Glenn can get that back. Line second. No use back there.
Again, control lies with Scotland just now. Tom Brewster's got a good chance here if Glenn can bring one round to the top of the 4-foot.
Doesn't want to go deep here.
No, don't touch it.
No, they're calling it. It looks hot, so it's whether it'll come enough. Looks bigger than Hoiberg's even. Should rest on Hoiberg, surely.
Well, he just threw 14 seconds hog to hog there, Robin. It's really running about 15 seconds, 14 and a half, 15.
Yeah,
and
so just
that's exactly the distance you'd expect, roughly 2 metres behind the centre line.
It's okay. Sorry.
Just a little overthrown, that was all. But it gives Norway a chance.
Yeah, I think Hoiberg will take a little bit off it this time.
Steffen's saying he's got a good line, but it just depends on his weight. We know if you get the right weight here, you get a really good finish at the end.
Yeah, his weight's better this time.
That's 14.66 seconds hog to hog, and look at the difference. Glenn's was 14. There you go. That 0.66 of a second difference is the difference of 2 metres of running speed. And that's changed the end.
Yeah, turned around completely.
But the way
I don't mind spilling it here.
I think they can bump it.
Yeah, you only need another 4 feet on that, eh?
Yeah, okay.
So cut the ice a wee bit, playing a similar weight.
Tom just asking for a couple of more yards, just enough to nudge this one back. They're in a good position here, Brewster, if they can just manipulate the yellow stone out to the side, even if it doesn't take it right out, it's putting it into the open as the target at this stage.
Hard. Gotta go. Come on. Whoa.
Looks pretty good. The boys just keeping it clean.
Curl.
Wow, super shot.
That's an outstanding shot. He could hardly see any of it, and
Good sweep, guys.
he's almost caught it in the nose.
Yep. Momentum swinging back and forward between the two teams here. They're jousting for position closest to the centre.
I mean, Walstad's still got a good chance here. There's no doubt about it. He's got cover up, a hit and flop. The difference is that he's facing 4.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that, Rob. He's got a chance, but the big problem from here is one mistake, one half shot, and he could lose a big end. And when you're trailing 2-1 at the stage, you can't afford to lose a big end. He's got to try and force Brewster to 1, so one of these next 2 shots are going to have to be absolutely perfect.
Yeah. Similar shot to Glenn's, similar weight. Maybe a bit more running. Needs half stone, get behind the cover.
Yep. Whoa.
Stefan Walstad's first shot at the 4th end.
Whoa.
Is he going to get any roll or just going to hit it on the nose, I think?
Yeah, just knows. Yeah, when all the finishes at the end, it's difficult to call those in between weights, isn't it?
Yep.
Shows how good a shot Glenn's was, really, when you see that one come down.
Okay, so this is a really crucial shot here for Tom. If he hits and rolls right behind the cover,
Yeah.
to the left of the centre of the EDF sign, it's going to give Walstad an opportunity to freeze onto it, even if it's not, even if he doesn't lie first shot. Walstad,
If we're saying nose is okay or slightly high side, then I think we go barrier. I mean, yeah, nose is going to be okay.
if he hits, as Glenn says, if he hits and stays in the middle of the target area there, where the yellow stone is, it's quite safe. But you are throwing the gauntlet down to Norway and saying, if you make a hit and roll here, this could be a problem.
For calling purposes, what's ideal here?
Oh, show him half. Max.
Okay.
We don't want to overroll though and let them come in on top.
Okay.
Precision.
Yeah, great to hear the dynamics there between the team.
Clean.
Yep, go
Yep.
early.
Yep.
Hard all the way, Hammy.
Hard. Gotta go on this, boys.
Come on!
Whoa.
Sounds good.
Yes!
Yes!
Whoa!
Yes.
Whoa! No roll!
Very good shot.
Yeah, he said no roll, but I think that's pretty good. I mean,
We've got to be happy with that.
yeah, I agree, Glenn.
I don't think that Norway can move that because it's well buried, but they can come down and freeze on top of it.
Yeah.
They don't really want to move it because if they move it, they're going to bounce into open and give Tom a shot for a multiple count. But
I think they've got to try and freeze it and just keep Brewster to 1. Try and play the force end here. Any bounce at all, even if they're half checked, Tom will fancy a run at it and use the 3 counters. You can afford to lose his shooting stone and still pick up a 3 if this bounces anywhere.
Stefan Walstad, second stone. 4th end. Trails by 2 shots to 1. Currently facing 3. Has to come up with a perfect draw weight here.
Linja bra. Linja bra.
If he can pull this off,
Plass.
he'll
Linja bra.
be highly unlikely to lose any more than 1, but right now it looks a little bit high at the moment.
Rent.
Starting to move now, but is it going to swing enough?
Comes a lot at the end.
Alex.
Pretty
Here it
good.
goes.
Yep. Helt ned.
You want to get really close now to try and... Yeah, very nice shot.
Good attempt.
So it's going to be a case of can Brewster draw down to the edge, or can he pick it off at PO8?
Yeah, he's got the draw for 2.
What are you seeing, Hammy?
A similar shot to the one that Glenn Muirhead played. If he can come down there at hack weight and just squeak it out the side, but
a shot you could play.
He probably can't see enough at peel weight.
Just swing for a piece.
Yeah, what they're thinking here is, Rob, if they come down and catch that quarter stone, chip it over the face, it's going to hit the red stone, the EDF, and it'll drag it back the way, but it will still lie short.
I just don't think he'll see enough.
I know, but the two is there.
He can see 5 mil.
So let's look at the options here. So he's got an in-turn draw around the outside, or an out-turn draw on the outside to try and get 2. Very, very tough shot either way. You can see about 2 inches of that yellow stone. If you can come down at peel weight and touch it, you're pretty much going to win the game.
Yeah.
They take it out, going to get a 3 or possibly even a 4 if you can hold take the back one. He's going for it. I think it's well worth the shot. I think it's the right call here,
If he
Rob.
changes his mind.
Oh, it's not there. Can't see any, man. It's less than the last game.
Are you sure? Go to the hack and see.
Out turn draw.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Ah, man, you can make that no problem.
Yeah.
Rob,
Not my turn.
Draw.
Tom not keen.
It's got to
Yeah.
be, I
He's
can't
not
even-
taking it on at all.
It's less than the last game.
Yeah.
And it was tight.
Glenn's more gun-ho. He was keener to have a go for
No,
it.
that's too
Yeah.
much, man.
I think the guy throwing the shot,
Sure that's enough?
let him call.
Yep.
Wee bit. There.
Skip stone. If he draws for 2, it's 4-1 up. Great opportunity if you can make this. It's a tough shot. Split the tee line.
T line.
Hold the line. Keep it up.
Keep it out there.
Hold the line.
It's certainly out there just now.
Perfect. Yep.
Weightling's
Line
pretty
perfect,
good.
Hammy.
It's all about the line.
Line hard. Line perfect.
The swing's a lot in his hand at the end.
Yeah.
Line. Come on, Ross. Line. Line.
He's close. Oh,
No.
just grazes it.
Yeah, I mean, it was a perfect lead shot.
Oh, the weight was perfect. That was going to make it if they got past there.
Well, a good stone by Stefan Walstad. Bailed him out there. That could have been a multiple. So, Team Brewster playing well. And that was a great bailout shot from Walstad. Great end of curling.
Stefan Walstad played an unbelievably good shot there.
Under
And
pressure.
It was under huge pressure, Rob. That was the championship was on the line there. If you had any half shot there at all, even a 3/4 shot, if he comes and bumps off it or comes up short, Brewster has an easy draw for 2. 4-1 down's a big issue. He's got the hammer back, end number 5, 4 ends to go. So we look at some of the highlight shots from the end here. Nice chip out from Norway, followed by a really nice wee hit and check in from Scotland.
Yeah, high caliber stuff from Team Brewster this end.
And then we saw this shot coming down from Glenn Muirhead, chipped out the yellow. Could barely see enough to do any more than that, and rolled in himself. Hit and check back in from Tom on his first one. And Stefan Walstad plays a superbly judged draw right down onto the red. Just the amount of curl that takes in the last 2 metres when it starts to lose the weight. It's
Really going
incredible.
sideways,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Line's good.
Yeah, so at 3-1, nothing in it really. Hammer back for Walstad. Hammy's gone centre, but really wants to be further up than halfway. Boys are working it hard. Yeah, pretty good.
Good there.
Yeah.
Tad short.
A bit short, Rob. Yeah, you're 3-1 up. You want to be top of the 4 foot, top of the button there.
Yeah, bro. Left
Now, for your next one, you're going to have to come right round that.
Yeah, bro. Come on out. Come in, go. Three-quarters.
Alexander Lindstrom, 27 years, a Swedish
Okay, start over there.
guy by nationality, living in Oslo.
Right there.
Works as a security guard, but he's not curling, he tells me. He says he's spent my whole life for the guards, either guarding property or throwing up guards. He also has good memories of this venue here at the Dewar Centre in Perth. He won the World Junior Championship here with Oscar Eriksson, the current third to Team Sweden, Nicholas Edin.
No, I think we do.
Who are having a phenomenal year on the
Great shot from
world
Hammy here.
stage.
Just like you said, Dave, he's going to have to now come round that, and that's exactly what he's done.
Perfect.
So is Lindstrom qualified to play for Norway now? He's going to have to get past Stilsrud first, obviously.
Well, I don't think so, because he's going to the World University Games as the coach for Team Norway, for his team, so he's going to change from being lead to coach in a couple of weeks' time.
So playing the hit and check here, just you can realise Brewster is pretty well set up, so trying to get across in behind the corner guard and create something. I think Tom Brewster will certainly be looking at taking the yellow when he can see it.
Yep, not a bad shot. Just rolled a fraction too far.
I think if the corner guard was better, Tom would have been tempted to removing it, but where it is, he can probably come round that in both hands if he needs to. Ross Patterson playing the in-turn hit to try and keep, quite important he keeps this in play. He doesn't want to hit and spin here. As long as Brewster lies 2, Walstad will try and make a play in one of them. That's a great shot.
Han kör bara en tredjedel här. Max.
Don't think the double's on.
Han ser ingenting. Okay. 10-line här då.
No, I think it's totally hidden behind the guard.
Yeah.
A lovely shot from Ross.
Yeah, just coming around the ball. That's a good call. Attacking call, though.
£6,500 first prize here today. 4,000 for the runner-up.
Yeah, on top of that, Dave, it's also important. These teams are jockeying for position on the Curling Champions Tour. If a win here for Stefan Walstad would put him 3rd on the Champions Tour, so a lot to play for.
Absolutely, he's got a few more big events to go, as we talked about the University Games, followed by Hamburg and Aberdeen. And Tom Brewster's home club are hosting a big international event in March. And he wants to go to the Tour finals in St Gallen at the end of the season, where the Curling Champions Tour hold their final event of the year.
Yeah, this is the business end of the season for a lot of these teams, and it's just coming to a head, and it's quite exciting to see them all jockeying for position. And top teams in the Tour are all the ones that seem to come through at the top.
Yeah. Well, as soon as you put the top quality teams on the fast swinging ice like this, there's quite a division then between the average Tour teams and the big teams.
Yeah.
You see the standard of curling exceptionally high, and it's difficult for the guys who are not used to playing on the big curling ice to compete. Today's coverage is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour in association with Laguerre, Switzerland. Laguerre, huge supporters of curling, sponsors of the European Championships as well. Oh, just misses the run back.
It's a great angle that. It just curled the hair at the end, didn't it? Looked good all the way down, and just in the last couple of feet just swung a lot. Another centre guard called. Ross threw a great split the line. They should know the ice down here. Different throw from Glenn, but
Tom Brewster's skip, holding his brush at the edge of the 12 foot as a target for Glenn to aim at.
No, I really like the line.
Stones are actually curling
I like the line.
in excess of 2 metres now going down the ice.
Whoa.
Draw
not
weight.
Too close. Not too close, guys.
Come on, hard, Tommy. Go.
Well swept.
Good there.
Nice finish.
Yeah. But done out.
just a shade deep, but it's absolutely perfectly lined up. Marcus Hoiberg playing big weight. Outside chance of ripping the one in the middle too. Trying to double run back. Oh, he's jammed it. I think he'd have probably rather halved it off than jammed it like that. No hesitation from Tom Brewster. Same ice, same shot.
Just stay here, Les. Wait.
Leaving it just a bit longer this time. Right in the EDF sign there, just in front of Le Groyer, would be perfect.
That's a couple of poor shots from Norway, Rob. They missed the run back. They've locked that in the nose. They're just beginning to slip off the pace a bit here. Team Brewster putting a lot of pressure on now.
Line's narrow.
Over and up, guys.
Leading 3 shots to 1.
Make sure we're over.
Playing the 5th end.
Curl, needs the curl, needs the curl. Hard, Hammy. Hard.
Yeah, right in the sponsor's logo, it's perfect there because it's quite long. They didn't want to leave a double run back, so Walstad himself bailed them out in the last end. He might still end up having to do that in this end.
60, bra.
Trouble is now, Rob, his options are fairly limited. He's now trying to run back his own stones onto Brewster's stones. If he doesn't make these shots perfectly,
I think he's already thinking about where am I getting my track with my last stone to the button.
Yep.
So he's opening up that out-turn route to the button for saving his one. Yeah, good shot.
Lovely shot. Great angle.
Suddenly the 2's on.
Yeah, that's how quickly it can change, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's got a super shot, but relatively easy for Tom to top it back. You'll be seeing 2/3 of it. Big swinging nice.
Yeah, it looks like you can see a piece in that angle, but he's still going to have to be good here. He's got to be.
Yeah, it's a tough shot. Hack weight.
Trust the ice.
Good swinging nice here. You can see Glenn's brush about a metre off the target stone.
Still calling hack weight though, so I mean, it's going to swing still at that heavy draw. Sweeping it early, just to hold it up. The weight's all hack. It's all hack.
Let it work! Hammy! Let it go, Hammy! Cross it!
Ooh. Yeah, just got in a bit early maybe.
Yeah, I think the problem there was, Rob, that Glenn made the point. He said you're going to throw 12 weight, which is halfway between the back ring and the hack.
Yeah.
Tom went back to the hack and to the throwing end. This is I'm going to be throwing hack weight.
Yeah.
Well, you know, there's quite a difference there, and it made about a difference of 3 inches of draw.
Breakdown communications, and he was a firm hack as well. That was more than just maybe a hack. So
just got to make sure if you're going to change your mind with the skip, which is not an issue changing your mind, but you've got to make sure everybody knows what you're doing.
yeah, big turn around the end now. Might see Stefan Walstad come round this. Great chance for a 2 now.
Comes round to top of the 4-foot. Doesn't want to go too deep like Tom did at the last end. Had no choice but go deep with his last one and gave Norway a chance to come down and freeze on top of it. He'll want to just be in towards the top of the 4-foot, so if Tom was to tap it back, he wouldn't lie first shot. And then if he's wanting to draw around it, that's a huge gamble.
Yeah, I think Brewster would be happy with a force at this point.
27-year-old Stefan Walstad. Him and his third player Marcus Højberg from Oppdal. Saying the line's good, it all depends on the weight.
Yeah, I think they like it.
Needs a bit for weight, I think, Rob.
It's a bit shy.
Yep. Can he outcount the red stone? No, he can't.
No, he can't, and I think that's probably open enough for him to hit and roll in behind the cover.
They didn't sweep that much, you know, they hardly swept it at all.
They seemed to like it from the split, and just they were worried about the line. The line was always going to come if they could have got on that.
You can, if you hit and run on this, then
we don't have time to talk.
no, you can hit and run on this.
I know that.
Okay?
Barrier at that.
Barrier at that, yeah.
We'll just call the sweep to be safe anyway.
Yeah. So they've called barrier, which is pretty much what he threw at the last rock that he threw on the outturn again. So they've just got to trust the ice and not try and sweep it too early. They're saying hold it up, hold it up. It'll come at the end all right from the hog line in. This will come at barrier weight.
Tom Brewster, outturn, tap back, shout off straight away.
I think just off for weight, really.
It's needing to draw a little bit more, I think.
Sorry, guys.
Just a little bit more weight than Glenn was hoping for there. It means it runs a fraction straighter.
So split for 2. Draw for one's not helping him at the moment. He really could do the 2 here.
Samme is.
He absolutely needs a 2 this time, Rob.
Yep.
He'll be a bit annoyed at his super for not getting that one into the rings the last time, or far enough into count shot. If he'd done that, it was a routine draw for the Forest 2. Now he's got quite a tricky little split here. Just wants to rub the yellow one on the way past and roll the shooter into the house to score his 2 points.
Få håret mindre, Markus.
Håret.
Få håret mindre, så har oss litt å gå på kostinga. Enda mindre.
Good chance though, they've worked the end well. Just a kind of quarter stone rub on the way past, make sure you roll into the 8 foot yourself. Doesn't have to move the top one too far.
Make it sound easy, Rob. He's 3-1 down in the Masters final.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Yep.
So weight's good, all depends on the line.
Whoa. 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 Yep. Whoa. Whoa.
Must be
Yeah,
close.
I think they like it. Perfect.
Superb shot.
Yep, great shot.
Absolute beauty.
That ties the game up. All the neutrals out there will be delighted. 5 ends gone, all square, so. Yeah, Team Brewster 2 opportunities to get out of that and create the force, and didn't quite just get the weight for ice sorted out. But
he had control of the end at the start, and then one really good hit and roll in from Norway. The race takeout here changed the dynamics of the end altogether.
Yeah, Marcus Højberg came to the party just in time. It was a great shot.
Judged perfectly,
yeah.
Drove it back, left it in.
Stefan Walstad had to play a tricky split here with his last stone, and that's 2 ends running. He's kind of bailed the team out, created a 2 when there wasn't an awful lot of chances, and saved a big end at the 4th to create a force when it could have gone 4-1 down. So all square.
This morning, the semi-final, Stefan Walstad and his team beat the reigning Norwegian champions, past world champions, Olympic silver medalists, his arch rival at home. He beat him in the semi-final, which was a huge win for the team.
So long guard again from Walstad. And Team Brewster going for the corner guard on the outturn side again.
Line's okay. I think this should run.
Similar
I think this should run.
attempted setup as the previous end coming up this direction. Boys want it right down where Tom's brush is.
Yeah, they're favouring it quite
Good
tight.
shot.
Yeah, it's perfect there. Yeah, Lindstrom coming round at this time. He'll be happy to leave it shorter of the house, but he still wants it up tight. It's a good line, might over curl. Pretty perfect.
Good setup, 3 good stones. Everybody's placed them exactly where they want them.
You like that? Just a split. Back 8 weight.
Tom just asking Hammy McMillan on the second shot to try and move the one that's just short of the house to the side. Tom's got the last stone here, doesn't want that centre blocked up. Good call.
Yep. Yeah, we can go. Gotta go. Place good. Yep. Every inch, guys, or we knows.
Yeah, we know how much this curls here.
Yep.
Needs it all for weight as well. It's not heavy.
Even if he ticks the long ones, not a bad shot.
Oh, good, not bad.
Yeah.
Option 2, not a disaster.
I think that's absolutely fine.
One of the new innovations we've got this year is we've got the opportunity to speak to Tom Brewster ourselves just now from the commentary box. Tom.
Hi guys.
Great game, some superb curling. You kind of You didn't lose a soft two at the last end. What was your thoughts on that? Norway played a great angle raise in when you had total domination at that end.
Yeah, he did. He played a good. Actually, if he'd swept it, he played it even better. Yeah, we just overswept mine. It's nice is a wee bit different. This draw, it's just swinging a wee bit more than it was, and you're just scared to let them start curling or they're just off, you know.
Yeah, it seems to be a massive finish on them, and both hands come in your direction just now whenever they come up at dead draw weight.
Yeah, it is. It really is. Ooh.
What do you like? You could do that, but you want to rip that? Eh? Well, over the top's real thin.
Ross Patterson, in turn clearing shot.
Yep.
Trying to drive the yellow back onto the other yellow as well. Open it all up.
Whoa. Whoa. Shooter.
Oh, makes contact, doesn't move it. That's very unlucky.
Lucky, Ross.
Tom, you must be pretty happy the way you guys are throwing the stone just now. We said earlier on the weekend you come off a big win out in Karazawa. You've come back here to the Perth Masters, probably the toughest field in Europe this year, and you're back in the final and you're in pole position. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, no, I'm really happy. You know, as I said, after Japan and before this event, we've worked on quite a few things since the Europeans, areas that we felt we needed to tighten up on, and it's paying off. So
good.
Really happy. I think technically we've been sound all season, and we're making a lot of shots, you know, so we just need to tighten up on a few things.
Yeah, well, we're looking from our position up here in the commentary box. I mean, we're thinking that Glenn and Hammy in particular this year have really come to the table, and they're offering a huge consistency to your team and giving you a solid foundation, and giving you a lot of support as a scout.
Hammy had a great World Championships, and I think that's given him a lot of confidence, you know, and he's really taken off from that.
Probably got to get in, eh?
Do you like a hack waiter on that yellow and roll in?
This one?
Yeah, on the out turn.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know, it's good when the team have an input into it. At the end of the day, it's going to be their championship as well. Tom's got the experience, he's controlling the game, but he also is willing to listen to other guys, let them have their say and see what they've got to add to the communication. Ross Patterson playing out turn, wants to move the yellow back and roll a shooter into the rings.
Sorry.
I don't know how many times I have to keep saying
He's not throwing it.
Just a little down of weight there, I think. That's what made that draw more.
Yeah, and it's a cutter as well, Dave.
Moved across a bit.
Ross is throwing a cutter as well. So.
Okay, yeah. Tom, have you played the team Walstad at all this year on tour?
Not this year, no. I haven't played them that often, to be honest. Maybe twice over the years, you know. You know, from what I'm seeing, they're improving every year, getting stronger and stronger. So. Aye.
Much you got of this? Well, you could throw barrier and do that. Somehow we need to get in. Well, exactly, if we get that one in, or we do that.
We're going to have that though, aren't we?
A lot of stones in play here. You can see 6 stones out front of the house. Norway lying 2, one biting at the front and one at the back of the 8 foot.
But we'll probably end up facing one here.
Tom just trying to think through the options here. Wants to make sure when he comes to his shots, he's got a shot he can play himself. Doesn't want to let it too choked up.
Probably not got a lot of time actually. I think we need to play control.
Barrier.
Eh?
Control.
Yep. Nose is fine, yeah?
No, yeah.
Glenn Muirhead playing the out turn. Controlled weight through the hole. Wants to make sure he lies here.
That works there.
Lovely shot. Nice
Yeah,
shot.
that's a great shot. They really needed to make a play on that back one, Dave, I'm thinking. No, no. There's a minefield out in front of you at the moment, Tom.
Swinging so much, that's the problem.
Yeah.
You've got to go so wide. I mean, you're taking nearly the edge of the 12 foot for the button everywhere now, Tom,
Yes.
or just sort of 6 inches inside it.
Yeah.
It's making for a great game because of the ice surface. I mean, Perth's been good to you over the years, Tom. We were just reminiscing about your World Junior Championship win here. You've won the last 3 national titles here, 2 Europeans and a Scottish Championship title. So over the years, you must be feeling pretty comfortable out there.
Yeah, no, I've always enjoyed coming to Perth. It's always been good to me, so
Yeah.
I can't complain.
Well, listen, good luck for the rest of the game. Play
Thanks,
well,
guys.
and I hope it goes well for you. Thanks
Yeah,
for speaking
thank
to
you.
us.
Thanks,
Cheers.
guys.
Yeah, we were just talking to him while he was... The first time he's got into any trouble in the whole game, and you wonder how distracting it is, but it was great that these guys take the time out, chat away. Doesn't seem to distract them too much, but that's a great shot by Glenn. It's turned the momentum of the end round. It's got Stefan Walstad thinking now, how does he get in here? It's not an easy draw through that port to get behind the centre guard.
I think the point Tom is making is pretty crucial, though. If he does get one, he's got the yellows in the right place at the front to move up. If he can draw a few more in there, how does Tom get them? There's so little room for access now at this end.
Difficult to get through the port. He's maybe got a tap up on one of these two.
He may be able to play an in-turn shot between the red and the yellow there.
går den här,
Hole.
It goes so big though.
Yeah. Well, the problem is if you put the in-turn down the centre line to come behind the yellow corner guard, it's probably going to come out and put it again at the side.
Og dytt den hit, så kan jeg bruke den etterpå.
It's an amazing setup. You
Nå må
think
jeg
they've
spille
done everything
klarere
right,
Ja, ja.
and then
Og det her
it's
helt
hard
ok.
for both
Prøv å
teams to get
flikke
in.
den over, da.
Og så er
With
her.
only 3 ends to go, both teams are pretty cautious
Yeah.
about what to do here. They don't want to try and
Nå skår på
Those are two. Norway
dobbeltteppe
are
og så ned, ikke sant?
desperate
Ja,
to
ja.
try and force the
Så
one.
backline, eller?
And Scotland want a multiple
Maks
score.
bak 12, kanskje?
Ja.
Looks like he is maybe going to try the in-turn, is he?
Og så må vi
Men
stå
jeg synes
helt
det er
curl,
bedre
altså,
her enn
forsiktig i
bak
starten.
Sånn som når Magnus... Nei. Nei, ingen. Ja, ja. Jeg vet ikke. Tror det var bra der da. Mellomting, da.
Marcus Højberg skipped many times in the past himself, now playing third for Stefan Walstad.
Yep.
Trying to play the in-turn tap here. Wants to come round the red guard.
Wow. Wow. Av. Wow. Rent. Ja!
Oh, it's picked.
Oh, dear, that's terrible.
It was just the way they were hovering with the brushes there. They were almost just dragging the brush on the running stone, and it just picked something off the brushes. Really unlucky because they looked okay. They liked
Så
it.
jævlig fin ut da.
Just see it there where he puts the brush in front, and it's just grabbed something back on the ice, and it's picked.
Exactly
Hold
right,
it
Rob.
high,
He
and if he
was
wants to
neither
come
cleaning
round
it or
it, he
keeping
can
his brush out of the way. He was doing half in between.
Yeah.
And it's like a kick in snooker.
Yeah,
It's
I
like
think we'll have to go
bouncing
past
into
full
rough and
12,
golf.
otherwise
It's a
he's gonna
horrible shot to
come round
lose.
us.
He looked very good. He had good weight and looked like pretty good line prior to the pickup. Slightest bit of debris on the ice. The stones are made of granite. Ailsa Craig granite these stones are made of.
Because you get a
They weigh
corner.
42 pounds, about 20 kilos in weight.
Just throw top
And they
in.
actually run on about a
You like that
5mm running band on the bottom. So it's a very, very small part of the stone that's in contact with ice. It's like an upturned saucer on the bottom. And the
Just
slightest bit
wait.
of debris, whether it's
No! No!
from somebody's physical hair from the body or from the shirts or jersey, whatever it happens to be, can affect the running of the stones.
Line's good!
So Glenn Muirhead trying to draw through the port here.
No!
Must be close.
Line's perfect.
Just needs to swing a little
Just
more.
go
Now it comes.
Come on, Ross!
That's a great stone.
Curl it, curl it, curl it.
It's going to go over curl if he watches it.
Superb shot.
Yeah.
Superb shot.
I mean, that swung, what, 2.5 metres? He took the edge of the 8 foot on the other side.
I think if we see a replay of that coming from above. We'll see how much it curled at the end, but it was really coming down a lot.
Yeah, there's still a double tap there.
See here on the screen, just watch this, it's about a metre right at the centre line there. Starts to move across, move across, and look at the curl at the end coming right in behind. That's past the yellows easily at the end. Fantastic shot.
Great coverage again from the boys. The double tap though there, look, the one thing about the double tap is it's possibly opening it up more for Brewster with his last stone, but if he gets it just high of centre, tap it into the 4 foot, it's not going to be easy to move.
Yeah, our friend from Latvia providing the camera coverage production today, doing a superb job.
For a take, liksom?
Great camera angle, we saw exactly what was happening where the overhead the stone came into the house. Look at the position here. The game has bounced back and forward so much in the last 2 or 3 ends. I'm in control, you're in control. I'm in control, you're in control.
Yeah, I think the pendulum's currently with Team Brewster, but when we stopped speaking to Tom, I thought he was in real trouble at that moment.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's glad he switched us off, Rob.
Yeah, not for the first time. Yeah, I think that's your shot. They've talked around all the angles though, and eventually Stefan's come back to his double tap. They favoured it the last time, but getting the ice is probably as hard as actually playing the shot. Yeah, just saying, as long as I can tap it to the tee line, it's going to be hard to move.
Just a wee message from Tom's coach, Mike Harris, who's currently at home in Canada this weekend, not with the boys. Obviously following online. You liking what you're seeing just now?
Telling the commentators to stop distracting his team, no doubt.
Oh, Mike can commentate himself. He'd be quite happy to see the interaction with the team.
Key shot here. Stefan must make this. They're on it quite early.
Yep.
In turn.
Yep. Yep. Hard.
Weight's pretty good.
Yep. 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 Yep.
Must be very close.
I think it's lighter weight, the Rob. It's not got enough weight to push it up, is it? Is it?
Yeah,
just
pretty
enough.
Good. Yeah.
But is it in the gap? I think Tom can see all of that.
Not much of a port, is there?
If you catch that, then well, what are you thinking?
Oh, you could raise the red.
Much you got? Is there a hole there?
Well, yeah, there's a hole, but why? It's not a big hole.
Is it there though?
In turn across the face, probably the best shot, Rob. Hit the yellow and inside.
It looks small from here, but
in turn, I
it
think.
might look bigger from up there.
Yeah,
It's there.
I'm thinking in turn 2 is an option.
Probably need to throw control or barrier though.
Because you can afford to lose the shooter.
Got to throw a bit of weight here because it's going to bend too much for you.
Control then.
Yeah, it's not an out turn, it's impossible an out turn.
Yeah, it's in turn.
He comes across the face of the yellow, locks on the red, just pushes out a couple of feet. You'll still lie 3 in.
Well, you get through here. Lock it up.
Happy with that?
Yeah, if he makes this shot, Walstad's really not got much of a chance.
Not enough. Just here.
I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Tom Brewster's first shot, 6th end of the 8-end game.
Just got to trust the ice.
Whoa, right off on me. Yep. Wow. Yes!
Oh, just rubs the red one the way past.
Whoa.
Well, it probably hit the right one. It's probably opened the shot up more for the out-turn hit.
But it certainly could be worse. He got just a fraction of a rub on that stone.
Okay, Tom.
We'll perhaps see in a wee minute in the replay. It just came down the ice here. Nice release. There's no panic at the start.
Yeah.
And once it started across that line,
just
there, he just had to go for it. Perhaps letting it too far. Just rubs that red onto the yellow.
It hasn't really opened it up too much, actually, has it? Because the red jammed on the outside one. So Like you say, Dave, it could have been worse, but
It's one of these shots, Rob. It was unlucky, but it was also perhaps slightly fortunate as well.
yeah.
Because now there's one lonely yellow in there. Norwegian boys are trying to fathom out a way of making sure they don't lose any more than one.
Yeah, I mean, they're talking about guarding it, but at the same time it leaves one lonely soldier in there. They also talked about tapping up that front one to make sure they've got 2 in to take off the multiple and force the 1, but I think they've got to leave that. I think the guard's their only call, but it's... The one thing about the guard on the centre line is it stops running that red back.
Tom also has the red out in the wide right hand side here, which can come across at 45 degrees, make contact in the top and drive it back. He's got a red at the top that he can bring in. He's got a few options. It depends which way they want to.
I think the red at the top's the danger stone, because that way he's got a double off either shot. So.
Nei, samme fart egentlig.
I think Rice is taking his call to tap.
Yeah, it's not enough for the guard anyway, is it?
No.
Or do you think he might be coming right in to corner freeze the red in the house?
Not even sure there's enough ice for that. There's been a theme, Rob, the last 3 ends. Every time Stefan Walstad goes back to the hack, we keep saying he's just got to make this shot.
Yeah.
And this one's no different. Again, he's under pressure. He has to make this one perfectly.
Good recovery from a bit of a wobble.
He's going for the tap.
Yeah, playing the tap. Doesn't want to open this up too much.
It's got a bit of curling to do. It's sitting a bit high just now.
Yeah, it should come though. It's pretty good for line, I think. No.
There's a silence after that shot.
Yeah.
Certainly wasn't what they were planning for, but at the same time, it's not a disaster.
It's not worked out. Not too bad for them, because the double on that jams on the shot.
Well, there's no
on the second shot.
Yeah, there's no double.
No.
I think if Tom Nose hits it, you would get 1, because the red that's to the left of the yellow would lie first shot. But I don't see him being able to remove.
Jeez, he got lucky there. It's only 1, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
He got lucky there,
Aye.
Do you think if he nose hits it, would it bounce enough across the top? You might lose the red, but
try and get that in the nose.
Nose there.
Maybe possible, but I think there's too high a risk, Rob.
Yeah.
There's a yellow, a red sitting at the back of the house. The top yellow could lock on it with the drag effect as well.
Yeah.
Hit it just right of the nose.
If you flick the top one, might you
there's no doubt Norway got a little bit of fortuitous rub there. It wasn't what he was after. He just hit it a bit in the high side, but the guy had a couple of options. It was one of the options he had. He could not be tight.
You're not going to miss that yellow, are you? If you did.
In the same way, Tom was a little bit unlucky by rubbing the red, and he was a little bit fortunate the way it turned out after that. So there's been a bit of toing and froing in the end here.
If you hit that, right, at a bullet weight, third, what you can see.
You think it's going to go?
Do you not think that might come up here?
Yeah, it
Come and
might.
have a look.
It might.
Do you not think so?
Yeah, I wondered that too.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he can lose much by doing this.
I honestly think
do
we
him
might
much
get
harm. Yeah.
Do you want the shooter to stay in play,
so,
obviously?
Tom. I honestly think it might bounce like.
Yeah, I think it might bounce and go up the way,
Yep.
like that. Yeah.
Climb back out, just push the red back a couple of inches.
And if you can keep the shooter in play, you know, there's a 3 on if you can get this right.
Aye, there's no need. Just normal peel, eh?
Yeah. Like that?
Not much risk here, Rob. It's worth a go. You
Well, the
can't
only
do
risk
much
is
else.
you could lose a 1. And he's line 1 against anyway.
Whoa! Oh. Yes! Yes! Yes!
Here he comes, in turn drive.
Oof.
There you go.
Atta
1,
boy.
2, 3.
Great shot.
Great shot.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah. That's a terrific shot, but well called by Glenn. I mean, Tom wasn't sure it was there. He had to absolutely shave the guard and get it as fat as he possibly could to get the action on it. A little bit of local knowledge there from Glenn Muirhead. He knows the heads here pretty well, and they're pretty quick here this week. They're well pebbled, and that got the action off the stone that spun north.
Just the angle it was sitting at, and the way the red was saying, just caught the red, climbed back up the way the yellow was climbing back out of the house. We'll see it again, the replay here. Nice release.
Yeah.
Called on Hammy to try and hold it straight. He's working really hard to stop it from drawing so much. Shaves past the guard, hits the red, yellow onto the other yellow, climbs back up. Better angle here. Look how close that one was. Shaves that. Bang, bang. Climbs up in the 3.
And actually the yellow on the double got a bit of a drag effect, so it didn't jam on that back one. The way it was lined up, it got a bit of a reverse kick off it and just went straight through the port. Couldn't have lined up better for them. You've still got to see them to play them.
Another great end, absolutely. Seeing it's one thing, executing it's another thing.
Oh yeah, I mean that wasn't an easy shot. No, a terrific end of curling. Team Walstad played their part. I mean, they played some great shots in there. World-class curling we're seeing here.
Line's perfect, guys.
I think we're good.
Well, as we get close to the next Olympic Games, Rob, in 12 months' time in South Korea, it's really now beginning to pick up pace as far as the teams jostling for position at the top of the rankings is concerned. And for Team Brewster, with the past 2 European Championships and the last year's World Championship under their belt, a win in Karazawa, and hot favourites now to win here in Perth. They're putting themselves in a strong place. Graham Thompson from the Scottish Institute of Sport and British Curling Performance Director is going to have some tough decisions to make in the next few months as to how the selection policy or the playoffs are going to pan out.
Nice setup from Hammy there with his first top of the 1 foot corner guard thrown by Lindstrom, allowing Hammy to put his second one through the back. So Tom Brewster taking no chances in the setup here. He knows he's going to be peeling guards. He doesn't want to line around.
Long.
2 nice throws from Lindstrom. He's got the goalposts up. Level corner guards. That one's gone a bit deep actually.
Big chance here for Ross Patterson.
Yeah, outside chance of the double on this. He'll be happy with the single at the moment.
Just out under half a stone, and you'll take both the yellows and roll into the house.
Yep.
Just concentrate doing the basics.
Come on, Blaine, lead. Attaboy. That works.
Pretty good.
That's a
Okay.
great
Good,
shot.
yep.
Nice throw.
Couldn't do a lot better actually. A little bit thinner, he might have got it over the top, but then he might have driven the yellow into the house. So
I think the other way, Rob. I think if you got it a little bit less, you get the back of it and you roll his own shooter into the house. But good result, you'll be happy with that.
left his own stone up in play as a run back rather than the yellow as a corner.
Yeah, I saw this sort of thing last night when he played against Ewan McDonald on the sheet here. He played all the simple shots well, and therefore he had no hard shots to play.
That's fine, Magnus.
Yeah.
Today's coverage is brought to you by the Curling Champions Tour in association with Laguerre, Switzerland. The Mercure City of Perth Masters 2017 has been sponsored by the Mercure Perth Hotel in association with Perth and Kinross Council, Live Active Leisure, our hosts here at Dewar Centre, and Perth Honda, suppliers of superb vehicles for our athletes to be driven around in during the championship.
Not huge, Glenn.
Huge thanks to all our team sponsors as well for all their support during the championship. Without their input it wouldn't be possible.
Yep. Effort.
Yeah, it's a great partnership between the sponsors and the coverage that we're seeing today as well, Dave, that multiple work goes on, volunteers and broadcasters. It's been fantastic production.
I think it's been a huge innovation from Armin Harder and the guys from the Curling Champions Tour to, with Laguerre, Switzerland, facilitate this coverage for the curlers around the world and the viewers.
Peel or normal, it's up to you.
Oh, well, I thank you for... Yeah, just hit and run, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we saw this corner guard coming into play earlier on the end, and Team Walstad gone half round it.
Yep.
Glenn just questioning, are we better hitting and running and not leaving any help behind the corner guard? So
doesn't want to stay in the house, wants to roll out if he can. It's just another support stone for...
Okay, Glenn.
Yeah, if you're going to roll anywhere, that's the right place to roll to.
Yep.
Eller dra.
Okay.
Eller?
Yeah, they're really using the only cover they've got at the moment. I think one more time round the corner guard might be better than the coming into the nest.
Okay.
Okay, just playing a little tap back to try and engineer a nest at the back.
Marcus Hoiberg, the 25-year-old business student,
Hard and loose.
trying to push the Reds behind the tee.
Hard.
Could be drawing a bit too much there.
Curls too much.
I think at 3 down, Rob, 6-3 down, it'd be worth having one more go, drawing behind the corner guard, as you said.
I like that more.
Try and take the game to them now. It's going to be hard to score any more than 2
I'll be
from here.
firm normal.
Yep, that's fine.
Good communication again from the boys there. He says firm normal. Tom moved his brush just a hair, so.
Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Right off.
Control the shot.
Okay.
No problem.
Fine, Glenn.
Yeah, great shot. Just
Lotte for å være toer.
throwing that firm normal. Just they know how much it's curling, so making sure they get as much control of the stone as they can on the hit weight. When they were trying to engineer the stones and move them around the house more, they would drop the weights where they're quite happy with the nose stick.
Yep.
Hoiberg second at 7.
Linja fin hard.
Yep.
Hard linje.
Hard.
It's tight for line.
Okay.
Maybe just even tight for weight, and that's what caught the draw so early.
Yep, combination of both.
Yeah.
We said earlier on, to get a hide in these places, behind these corner guards, you've got to be passing them by 20-30 centimetres minimum to be hidden when you go behind the guard.
It's quite tricky here. He's got a double rip, which looks fairly routine, but the problem is if he half stones it, it might just rub off and knows the one that's on the centre line. So just got to be careful, not try and be too clever here. Clear the yellow and catch it too halved.
Wants to get a fair bit of it. Wants to hit
want to catch it fat. Yeah.
Still roll the shooter out of the way. The ice is keen. It's got to be quite wide here to actually lock it.
Yes!
It's obviously going. That's good.
Perfect shot.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely perfect. There was a big risk about it spinning the yellow into the into one of the two in the house. So good shot.
Yep. Even at that way, it's moving.
Yeah.
Guys were saying they thought they missed it, 'cause it moved too much. But it was perfect.
Yeah, I think Walstad missed a trick there. I think he had to go round the corner guard earlier. He's now playing freezes when he's got no cover. It's a lot better playing the freeze when you've already got one round the corner and the defending team's chasing the corner guard then, and you've got an open freeze. This way, it's not going to hang around long.
It's tough to produce a multiple scoring end from here.
Yeah.
Especially with 2 stones left to come.
Yeah. Well, they've both got a count now, haven't they?
Yep.
Magnus. Okay, vent da. Skal
Nei, vent til siste, Alex.
Vi venter litt. Så det er dumt å ta en, og så
Yeah, just short of weight.
stjæl 2. Da
Just
bør du
light out of hand.
Mens hvis vi gir bort stjæling, så må vi ikke det. For arrangøren.
Top 8's all right though. Top 8's fine.
Top 4.
Yeah.
Try and get a split time on
Fair enough.
Tom's draw here.
Yeah, just talking about where they want to leave it. They want to make this as hard as possible for Stefan Walstad. Top 8 still gives them an outside chance, Tom was saying. If I can get to top 4, then it's almost impossible for him to bite the button. They're not thinking of the force now. They're going for
Keep
the
on it
jugular
for
when they've got
line.
the chance.
Oh no, this is a game-winning chance right
Go on
here.
then.
Saw
Yep.
Tom play a brilliant shot against Chinese boy this morning in the
Hard then.
semi-final.
Use the cuddle now.
Needs it all.
Use the cuddle now.
No, line's good.
Needs it for weight
Yes.
maybe.
Come on. Every inch is good. Yep. Come on. Really good.
Has to be
Come
pretty
on,
good. It's a
Hammy.
perfect split time.
Come on. Go, 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 go.
14.7
Good sweep,
seconds
guys.
right down top of the forefoot. So it's just what we're seeing earlier on, Rob. It's
Yeah, that ice has never changed, does it? I mean, it's been
14.6,
consistent.
14.7 to the
Yeah,
hog to hog.
3 ends ago was exactly the same. So
11 eller så får litt køll.
Ja. 20%. Ja, det korting, ikke det?
Karting tror jeg er bra, ass.
again, Stefan Walstad's been left a really hard shot with his last stone. Probably reflects how dominant Team Brewster's been in this game.
Well, I think when they sit back and look at the footage after the game, they're going to be able to sit back with a lot of pride, because there's never been an easy shot from Walstad from the first stone to the last. Trying an out turn, hit and roll into the centre here.
Yep, 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 yep. Hard, yep. Hard, 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 hard,
Yep.
hard.
Oh, hard
through the
luck,
gap.
right through the port. Yeah, he gave it a good go anyway, he gave it a good chance, but fortunately just not good enough. He was up against it almost every end, and actually played decently in the middle of the game there to get back into it. Played some good shots, but they were up against it the whole time. It's a clinical display from Team Brewster right through the tournament.
Fantastic win for Team Brewster. Second tour win back to back. Won the Curling Champions Tour event in Japan, in Kanazawa, week before Christmas. They've obviously Christmas and New Year well, come back out here. Had a great run of wins. Only lost one game all week to Thomas Ulrud from Norway in the A qualifier, so they'll be absolutely delighted with that. Sets them up for the second half of the season and a first Perth Masters win for this new team. From the Dewar Centre here in Perth, we hope you've enjoyed the coverage here this week of the 2017 Mercure City of Perth Masters. A massive thanks go to the production team from Latvia and to all of you for viewing. Until next year, we wish you well.